My name is Gwen Ifill. I am the moderator and managing editor of Washington Week and a senior correspondent for the NewsHour with Jim Lehrer. The title of the book is The Breakthrough: Politics and Race in the Age of Obama. It's taking the story of Barack Obama and extending it to talk about a whole new generation of black politicians who are doing very similar things in very different ways. They're younger, they're more likely to get to power not by marching in marches the way their parents did or by leading protests. They have decided to do it by getting educations, basically walking through the doors that their parents opened and choosing public service in a different way. I knew that in my career as a journalist, I've come across a lot of other people who are doing similar things, breaking through in politics, breaking through in public service, who are also African American and have changed the game. And I wanted to broaden the focus to those people as well. So as we talked, we came up with a way of focusing on 4 people. One of them would be Barack Obama, of course, but also on Governor Deval Patrick, who's the first African-American governor of Massachusetts, and at the time was the only African-American governor in the country. There are now 2. But also the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, a very young man in his 30s named Cory Booker, who's very charismatic and is taking on a tough job. And also looking for another level of government, we decided to focus on a congressman, a member of Congress from Alabama named Arthur Davis. They all chose to get into politics for the most upstanding of reasons, and they all have achieved much more than their parents could have hoped. Their parents who broke through the first doors by integrating places and by marching in races. This book is about a generation of people who took seriously the achievements that their parents fought for. They knew that Martin Luther King did what he did so that they could do what they're doing. And they decided to follow through. It's saying, well, if you say that I have the vote, that I will cast the vote. If you're saying that I can be judged by something other than the color of my skin, I will challenge you to do that. And they're all doing it in different ways, and as a result, I think changing politics and changing our nation. I've covered black politics inadvertently throughout my entire career. I started by covering the school committee in Boston, which I thought was just a simple entry-level beat, but turned out to be a story about conflict and sandpaper politics and change, which was playing out against the backdrop of the busing crisis in Boston. When I moved to Baltimore, I found myself covering the campaigns of the first people who wanted to be the mayor of that city. When I moved to Washington, I covered a city and a county that was in a tipping point state. They were about to become majority black. In each of these cases, people were breaking through doors. They were all of a sudden changing the complexion of what we considered politics to be. The most gratifying thing about this topic is when I ask someone about it, they say, "I'm so glad you're writing this. I had the same questions." This is something a lot of people have been thinking about, but no one had thought to write about.